All right, so if you're building anything with large language models, I bet you know this feeling. You've made a change, but is your new prompt actually better, or is it just different? Today, we're going to dig into how you can move past all that guesswork and start scientifically improving your apps. I mean, come on, we've all been there, right? You spend hours, maybe even days, crafting this brilliant new prompt. The outputs, they look pretty good. It just feels better. But then that little voice in the back of your head kicks in, that nagging question. Is this really an improvement, or did I just change it? How can you be sure? And that right there, that uncertainty, that's what we're going to call the guesswork problem. It's that classic prompt and pray approach, where we're basically just making changes based on our gut feeling and hoping for the best. So this is the big shift we're talking about today. How do we get out of that fuzzy, subjective zone of, it feels better, and into that solid, confident world of, I can prove this is better with data? And look, the solution here, it's not some crazy, complex, new thing we have to invent. It's actually a time-tested, proven scientific method, one that brings some serious clarity and confidence to how you build with LLMs. You know, this quote from the source material just hits the nail on the head. A/B testing isn't just another little trick in your toolbox, it's the scientific method for this kind of work. It means we stop guessing and we start measuring, comparing, and then deciding with real confidence. So, what is it really? Well, in the simplest terms, you take two versions of something, call them A and B, and you put them head-to-head in a controlled experiment to see which one actually performs better. And the most important part? You're doing this in real scenarios with real data. And this is where you start to see just how powerful and flexible this whole idea is. We're not just talking about tweaking a word here or there in a prompt. You can test completely different models against each other, like GPT-4o versus Claude 3. You can test different temperature settings. You can even test core parts of your RAG system, your whole retrieval strategy. The possibilities are huge. Okay, so we get the what and the why. Now let's get into the how. Let's open up the A/B testing toolkit and look at the different methods you can use, because each one is like a different tool for a different job. So here's a quick look at the main players. You've got offline testing, which is fantastic for doing some early checks before anything goes live. Then you have a bunch of online methods that use real user traffic, like your classic A/B split, shadow testing, the super smart multi-armed bandit, and feature flags for rolling things out slowly. All right, let's zoom in on two of the most popular online methods. In a classic A/B test, you just split your users right down the middle. 50% see version A, 50% see version B. Simple. But what if version B is a little wild, a little risky? That's where shadow testing is just perfect. The new version runs silently, hidden in the background. Your user only ever sees the result from the old, stable version A, but you get to compare the results of both behind the scenes. Zero risk to the user. Okay, this is cool. What if your A/B test could actually get smarter while it's running? That's exactly what a multi-armed bandit strategy does. Instead of just sticking with a fixed 50-50 split, the system learns in real time which version is winning, and it automatically starts sending more and more traffic to that winner. It literally optimizes itself as it goes. Let's walk through this. Here's how a multi-armed bandit gets started. At the very beginning, it doesn't know anything, so it's in what you'd call exploration mode. It just splits the traffic evenly, 50-50, between prompt A and prompt B, just to start gathering some data. And boom, here's where the magic starts. After just a little while, the system is smart. It sees that prompt A is getting better results. Maybe it's faster or users are rating it higher. So what does it do? It starts to exploit that new knowledge, automatically shifting the traffic to a 70-30 split, favoring the version that's already proving itself. And this process just keeps going. As more and more data comes in, confirming the winner, the system gets more and more confident. It shifts even more traffic, until eventually the clear winner, prompt A, is getting 90%, maybe even more. You're maximizing performance for your users automatically. It's just a brilliant self-tuning optimization loop. Okay, so all of these awesome testing methods, they're completely useless if you're not measuring the right things, right? A test is only as good as the metrics you track. So how do you actually define better? And that's the key. You need a balanced scorecard. It's so easy to just focus on the quality of the answer, but you got to look at the whole picture. How fast is it? That's your latency. How much does it cost? That's your token usage. And of course, you need quality metrics, like relevant scores and direct user feedback, like a thumbs up or thumbs down. A true winner has to perform well across the board. And this is what it's all for. A nice, clean dashboard that just tells you the story. No guesswork needed. You can see right here in this example, prompt B is the clear winner. It's faster, it uses fewer tokens, which means it's cheaper, and users rated higher. The decision to ship version B isn't a gut feeling anymore. It is a data-driven, totally confident conclusion. All right, so let's pull all these threads together. What we've done is moved from that frustrating world of guessing and hoping into a clear, repeatable process for actually knowing what works best. And here it is, the whole process boiled down into a simple, repeatable 6-step loop. 1. You define a hypothesis. 2. You select your metrics for success. 3. You pick the right testing method. Then you just send the traffic, collect the data, and finally, 6, you make a decision based on cold, hard evidence. It's a powerful cycle for making things better, one test at a time. And really, it brings us right back to this powerful idea we started with. When you adopt this mindset, you completely transform your development process. It's no longer just a bunch of random shots in the dark. It becomes a disciplined, scientific process of continuous improvement. So I'll leave you with one final thought, one question to take with you. Looking at the projects you're working on right now, what's the first thing you're going to stop guessing about and start testing?